For me, when I think about fishing evolving, I think about just how my fishing has changed over the years when, I guess, like most people, starting off fishing with their dad or grandparents, and then the fishing you do at that point in your life is a certain type. So for me, that was fishing off the jetty or fishing off the bank, and then as I grew older and I really took to fishing and loved it, and I advanced a bit more and learned a bit more about fishing and got into using lures, and then got more serious again, and then started fishing tournaments. And everyone's got their own journey, I guess, but how my fishing has evolved personally, that's sort of how it's come from that point to now, where I've gone from catching small fish on the bank or to fishing out of a boat now, or fishing out of a kayak and then a boat, and catching all sorts of different fish, and now even being able to impart that part of my journey to my own son. So the way fishing evolves is different for every person. So how do you catch more fish? That's the million-dollar question everybody has, right? I have that same question. I'd love to know how to catch more fish. For example, today, really nice weather, really calm. You just really want to go fishing, but fish aren't biting for us anyway. So what do we need to do to get those fish to bite? I'm sure there's other people out here today that are catching fish, so they know something. And for me, when I think about that and fishing as like a big puzzle, so there's all different pieces and different variables that come into it to help you to get that big picture, or to get that result you want. And whether it means you need to learn more about the environment, or the gear you use, or your technology on the boat, or the boat itself, the location, all those different things come together. So how do you catch more fish? You just got to put them together and just learn and try and understand. There's so many different bits and pieces that can affect the way your day can go on the water. One hop of the rod, or your lure size, or your leader size, or the location, or the boat positioning, and your sounder not seeing something, or seeing something and marking a fish and casting at it. All those small things can ultimately change your day from just a quiet fishless day on the water to one that becomes memorable, that you think about for weeks on end. That's how you catch more fish, I think. Sitting on the bottom. Oh my god! It's a triangle! Holy sh**. That's a big one. Wow. Alright, you're on. So just as my fishing has evolved over the years, the big part that follows with that is the technology that evolves as well. And you talk about catching more fish, evolution in gear and technology is critical to helping you achieve that. And when I look at my sounders I've used, and you look back how many years ago, sounders are printing on paper and people are catching fish, and now you look at a sounder and you've got touchscreen. And 10 years ago, to think a sounder on a boat to be touchscreen just seemed far-fetched, but now it's the norm. Side scan technology is just constantly improving, and we're always seeing, year after year, new advancements in sonar technology that just makes you go, wow, that's really cool, and that's going to help me catch more fish. So, the sky's the limit, really. There's so much potential to come through, so much we don't even know about that's probably under the works, And it's exciting to know that there's technology to come that's going to change the way we fish. 10 years ago, you know, I wouldn't have been able to go and side scan a school of Jew and catch, you know, heaps of them. It's just changed the way I fish dramatically, so I just can't even imagine what's going to happen in another 10 years, that I'll be able to take my son out and fish and catch fish in a different way that, you know, right now we can't even think of. It's really exciting to think that what's to come, you know, the unknown. There's just so much out there. For me, my Lowrance sounder is the heart of the boat. It, you know, dictates what I'm going to be fishing for on the day, and I can't even imagine going fishing without a sounder now. I feel like I'd be blind. You know, being able to see what's on the sounder helps me tell, you know, what lure I'm going to pick up, what rod I'm going to pick up, you know, where I'm going to cast, which direction I'm drifting. All these different things that just become part of the fishing, you know, you don't realize are influenced by your sounder. It really is the heart of the boat. It just affects everything you do so much, and we have that reliance on it because we trust that technology to help us catch more fish. And that's, at the end of the day, regardless of whether you're a fan of it or, you know, you just can't deny the fact that this sounder helps us catch more fish. That's what we want. Everybody wants to catch more fish. And when you think about the puzzle of putting that whole picture together, the sounder really is a major part of that. If you get that down right, you can understand it, it's going to help you catch more fish.